up? What up? Good morning. Peace, peace, peace. Just want to come back with a video. Hopefully all is well with all y'all, man. I want to get into today how everything. I'm still learning this. I still have to learn this and apply this. Everything kind of doesn't warrant a response. Certain things let slide and just everything doesn't warrant a response. Certain things you let go. Certain things just know when to respond to things and when to don't. Because even scriptures say, "Answer a fool according to the folly," but even certain times it don't even say nothing. Everything doesn't warrant a response. So I want to get into some scriptures. I want to get in Proverbs chapter 17 and 28. It says, "Even a fool, when he holdeth his peace, is counted wise. And he that shutteth his lips is esteemed of a man of understanding." So, what's that saying there? That's saying even a fool that doesn't say nothing, even a fool that, that he might just be like a fool, but, you won't even know because he holds his peace. He knows he didn't even say anything. He didn't even respond to something. That's counted as wise. Like, how he is counted as wise. And it says, he that shutteth his lips, like, that doesn't even, like, give certain things a response. That's a man of understanding. That's what, we all should try to be for. There's people, men of understanding and people of understanding. By following, of course, these laws, statutes, commandments. That's where we get our understanding from in the scriptures. But, it's like certain things that just don't warrant a response to certain things. Just let slide. I say this all the time. The art of letting things slide. Life will be more peaceful, man. So I still even got to learn that. And I still have to apply that daily. So yeah, I'm gonna read it again. It says, "Even a fool, when he holdeth his peace, is counted wise. He that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding." So yeah, man, that's everything doesn't warrant a response. You don't have to respond to everything, man. Like certain um like certain like for example, like you don't even have to respond to certain things. Not to go here, but like on a little two-dimensional perspective, no, not every um not every rapper has responded to this song because they're like, man, this song little examples. Like, man, it's not worth. I'm not gonna respond to that. That's certain things is beneath me, you know. So that's been certain things should be beneath you. Like, not might not be the best example. That's what, like, one to think of, like, because everything doesn't warrant a response. Certain things just let slide. Certain things, because it's going to be more peaceful. That's more wisdom. That's more of, more wise to do. Like, not having responding to anything, everything, because you know, even Yahushua, even Christ, even though he did later respond, but like when the Pharisees came up to him with the woman caught in adultery, he acted like he didn't even hear him, man. So that's what he was like, I'm not going to give this attention, but later he did, and maybe later he exposed him. He, like, said something of power. Of course, he said something that made them all walk away and look at themselves like they couldn't even respond. But yeah, man, everything doesn't even have to warrant a response, man. It doesn't. So I'm gonna read this one. I'm gonna read this again. It says, "Even a fool, when he holdeth his peace is counted wise, and he that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding." So yeah, man, everything doesn't warrant a response. You have to respond to everything. So let's go to Colossians chapter 4 and verse 6. And it reads, let your speech always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man." So yeah, man, it says, let your speech be always be be always with grace, and seasoned with salt. And I really want to focus on the last part. It says that ye may know ye ought to answer every man. So see, you got to know how to answer every man, how to answer every person. Certain things is in certain situations, like, you know, um, it's like, should I even respond to this? And more than likely, 9 out of 10, you really don't, because um, especially there's certain types trying to use certain like tact and certain decorum, because you don't always have to. Was taught is like you always had to express yourself at every point, every time, and but you really don't. Like there's certain things called like having even with somebody you don't get along with, supervisor or whatever. It's like you just say face, be professional, and this you know and handle it with certain tact and certain you know be professionalism, so you know how to answer every man. Because certain things you don't even have to let out how you let out what's on your mind all the time. Because that's not even wise. That can cost you your life actually. So because as it says, death is in the power of the tongue. So certain things, even how many certain situations people die because they have responded to something that wasn't even worth responding to. So you know, I want to read this again, Colossians 4, chapter 6. It says, let your speech always be with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man. So yeah, man, that's what we need to be striving for, how we should know how to answer every person we encounter. How it was like, no, is this even worth responding to? Is if it's not, then yeah, just really just don't even say anything. Just let it slide and let it go. So yeah, man, I'm gonna see how this reads in Oxford. These scriptures read in Oxford. So yeah, man, concerning everything isn't work, doesn't warrant response. Everything we don't need to respond to. I still had to learn that. So because then it becomes a constant, like it's just society. It becomes like a constant, the back and forth shit. Like that's some I never like the tit for tat, the battle rap shit. Like all right, you say something, pop, 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 and I say something, da, 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 and that's really not even like worth it most of the time. There's other times you do respond to certain things. You do like defend yourself or just defend for stand for the right thing and respond to certain things, but then there's times really mostly not to, because most of the time it's not even like worth the time. So you gotta ask yourself that, like, is this really worth it? So so this Proverbs chapter in the Oxford Study Bible. This is Proverbs 17:28 in Oxford. It says, even a fool, if he keeps his mouth shut, will seem wise. So yeah, will seem wise. If he holds his tongue, he will seem intelligent. So it kind of reads, that's kind of reading different, but that's saying the same thing. Like even the fool, if he does the same thing, he'll seem wise. And the one that holds his tongue, he's a man of understanding, not knowing what to say in certain situations, and knowing times doesn't even warrant a response. You don't even have to say anything. So yeah, I like how that reads in that one. So let's get Colossians. I'm gonna close out with this. Let's get Colossians chapter uh, 4 and 6 in the Oxford again. And this in the reads. Let your words always be gracious, never insipid. Insipid. That's the first time I heard that word. Gotta look that up. I'll read it over again. Let your words always be gracious, never insipid. Learn how to best respond to each person that you meet. It says learn how to respond to each person that you meet. That's why, and that's wisdom, because you respond, to certain people differently. But in certain times, you don't even respond to certain people at all. Just certain things don't even warrant a response, man. That's why so many situations happen, because a person responded to somebody that wasn't even worth responding to. It didn't even warrant a response. So yeah, man, that's really it, man. That's what we all should strive, to do, man. Like learning how to respond to certain things, learning how to let most things slide, and so so hopefully this was edifying. Hopefully y'all have a good day. Y'all stay safe. May the Most High and the Sun watch over y'all. So peace.